pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Colorado's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try to defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie, and instead you knock it off the post.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break at some point in this game. He's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The Bounce House is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Buffaloes send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. A missed field goal ruined the last drive. Now a chance to get points here on this drive in the 1st quarter. It's complete. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun to give, looking for room. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Going deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, UCF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you can tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Lewis to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected, with a first and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Ashley. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Knights! That's the way to finish a drive and put up points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Lewis wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll pull it on the read. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Caught near the sideline, it's Carter. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Buffaloes are on the move. They'll give it to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Lewis to throw. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Bring in the heat. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it. It's Wilson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
It's 1st down from the 11. Lewis wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off play action. Bears the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The Knights will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Handoff from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he had just enough to will that one home. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wilson to pass. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal forward pass.
So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll heave it deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch at the 45. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tied in the red zone.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. No good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Fires to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. After making his first field goal, he'll try to put up another with a shorty from 26. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wilson will throw. He's going to run it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Handoff to the lone back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We got... out here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 And that is no good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
The Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just...
breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Knights just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ashley. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Knights are flying down the field. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete in the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the road.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wilson on the carry. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lewis wants to pass. Working the big fella to the corner. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
They'll go back to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Throws to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the timing just a hair off.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Off-play action on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the tight end. Wilson will throw. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Knights have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the head.
Touchdown, Knights! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
Ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd.
2nd down coming up.
We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Things have not gone plan, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Snags a quick pass on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple of possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Lewis wants to pass. Finds a tight end down the gut. Continues to fight for yards. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. And the Buffaloes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Lewis to throw. It's complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. They will score! Touchdown, Colorado!
And listen, if I have a playmaker and running back like that, with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Prime time, baby.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Defense.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He breaks a tackle. Turning it on! They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense lining up for a first down play. Right back to the well. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Lewis wants to pass. Got his man in the middle.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play. game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Now from inside the red zone. Buys a little time with his feet. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buffs.
And I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Trying to slam in. He's into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give from the gun. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wilson to pass. Under fire. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Knights will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. He'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
They get to him as he throws. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. First down, you get the sack. Second down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting in third and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it with Wilson. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. A 48-yard game-winning field goal. Delirium celebration all around. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.